Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So this video is going to be entirely Shinra Combat Simulator, and it's all going to be the hard difficulty battle. So we're starting off, I believe this is a three-man team versus, was this Monsters of Legend, I believe? Yeah, so three-man team versus the Monsters of Legend. I think that, and maybe it's obvious, part of how successful you are here. And I'll be honest, I think I probably did a really bad job I think I would say all of the battles in this entire video, and I don't think I had really materia setups that were as good as they could be. What I mean by that is just there's a couple of materia that I think make a lot of sense where, and it's mostly the ATB generation type materia, and I just don't I don't equip this stuff, and I really should have, and I think that would have made a lot of this a lot easier, because it's probably obvious I'm just always starved for ATB. So I wish I would have set up just a little bit better. Excuse me, but also probably lost my train of thought. Equipment as well. So I think I'll be honest. I think that the hardest battle is I think it's the fourth one, which is Bahamut and Ifrit together. It's brutal, and I think that's the hardest battle. And I think setting up for that specifically is probably the best way to go. I think that the rune armlet armor is probably the best armor. Really decent magic, resistance or magic defense, I should say, and that will help you survive Mega Flare, and you should just take quite a bit less damage. I also had a problem with I think it's Umbral Strikes. Well, I'll talk about it more when I get there, but I think one thing that I did here was, Tonberry can be kind of a prick. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I was talking about the wrong battle. I don't think Bahamut is in this one. I don't think that's in Monsters of Legend. That's the next battle. Yeah, that's my bad. I think anyway. We'll keep an eye on this here, but yeah. Well, I actually have forgotten the different monsters for this set, but I think it's Bomb, then it's Tonberry, and then I'm not sure what's third, but I think then one of the battles is the Tonberry and the Bomb together. I think that's the fourth one. Probably not a bad idea would be to do a warding plus. I think it's binding. It's the one that gives you the instant death protection. Scourge is annoying, but there isn't. I don't know if there's anything that we can actually do about that. I don't know if protection from stop will help you out with that or not. Though I don't know that that's really that big of an issue. Bone Deep Grudge there is stop though, and that actually you can prevent with stop protection essentially. He also, the best thing to do is to just get away, right? Because it's just an AOE around him, and he just stops everything in that range. I also did have, I think I had warding. I think it was warding, and I think it's binding. I think that's the one that does the instant death protection. To be honest, though, I think really how successful you are here with Tonberry is just staying away from him. And then there I got clipped by it. Oh, all three characters. So that's brutal. So then what he does is, he just uses Chef's Knife to knock everybody out. I think I've got my warding with, I think it's Cloud and Barret. Obviously, and of course Tifa's getting picked on. But yeah, I don't know. I really think that most of Tonberry is just avoiding, avoiding that Chef's Knife. Don't go, don't go like toe to toe with him if you can avoid it. There, he just stopped. There, look at this. He's just destroying Tifa over and over. I should have had that with her, honestly, and not Barret. Barret's usually staying at a safe distance away. Probably the other thing I could have done was just to play as Barret and stay away from him. That would have, I think, probably been a lot easier. Here is the Type O Behemoth. Honestly, I thought that this guy was pretty easy. I think mostly it's. We'll see here. I think I usually control Barret, and of course, you know, I say that and I'm controlling Cloud, but eventually. But yeah, I think just, you know, Barret having so much health and you know, being range really helps out, because this guy can be pretty obnoxious as a melee character, especially once you knock down its like lower body or upper body. It starts using really obnoxious attacks that, you know, deal a ton of damage and knock your melee characters out of range. So that can be a little bit annoying, but yeah, other than that, he's really not you know, any different than when we fought him. And I forget which chapter that was. Was it 16? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't that far in. But yeah, I think, you know, it's a lot of it is just blocking. Barret has enough health and is usually able to, you know, stay pretty healthy if I'm not completely screwing up, which I kind of was doing here, but. You know, obviously also I'll have to be careful about casting, because he'll start using counter flare, and then of course as I'm casting, and there you have it, counter flare. So yeah, not really something that you want to, you know, kind of really mess with. I don't know. I think I just kind of forgot about it, honestly, and I had synergy still on. I think Tifa is still set up with my synergy. And you know, so anytime I'm casting or using like focus thrust, Tifa is gonna try to, you know, use a spell as well. So I can't believe this was so sloppy. This is kind of funny just watching it. Boom. There he is. Somebody's bound. No, that's Barret. Which, yeah, he'll do that. He'll bind you, which is really obnoxious. Luckily, I suppose here I've got Reprieve on. Everybody does have a revive spell, though, and I think that that's really important probably for this entire video, or I should say all of the battles that are going to be in this video. You never know when somebody's going to get knocked out, and you know, having multiple characters with the ability to revive your dead characters is really important. There's Gore. I mean, honestly, most of Behemoth or Type O Behemoth is really just, you know, blocking and getting out of the way of like Gore, because Gore is just brutal, especially if you're not blocking when he hits you with it. But yeah, Barret makes a really good choice here. You can use Barrier or Steel Skin, or a combination of both, to really reduce the damage. So he's got Rampage there as well. I think, you know, honestly, there's just not much to this guy specifically. It's just tons of melee and physical damage, and you know, again, really just want to avoid casting on him if you can. Here I just throwed up Barrier. I don't, honestly, I probably didn't even need to do that, to be completely honest. Cloud, I suppose, is getting knocked around a bit, but I mean, you can kind of tell here I'm just, you know, playing Barret the entire time, and the Behemoth doesn't really seem like it focuses on your you know, your controlling character necessarily. I mean, it can happen, and here we just kind of ran at Barret, but you know, you can kind of get away with not really needing to buff and stuff if you're playing as Barret. So I suppose it did take a while, though. I think this battle ends up, you know, taking quite some time. But the other kind of nice thing about that, though, is everybody's building up their limits as well, and you really want to get him. You want to get ready, right, for when you actually get him staggered, and just kind of, I mean, optimally you take him down in one stagger. I'm not sure if I was able to do that, though, so we'll have to see. You know, obviously the problem with not taking him down with one stagger is you're going to need to do all of this pretty much over, right? And that can get pretty annoying. But yeah, yeah, I don't know that there's much else I can really add to this. Look at that. is just that is fun stuff. Oh, here I blew. Really? Did I use this? That seems weird. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm going for these limit. Oh no. I don't think the horns are. Yeah, the horns are immune right now. That was stupid. I shouldn't have used that on. By blowing the limit on the horns, I just completely wasted Tifa's limit break there. I forgot about that. So yeah, so don't do that. Don't make the same mistake I did there. The horns are immune to physical damage, and they're wow. Like I just got destroyed. That's what happens when you're you get caught, not guarding. This guy is just brutal. Oh, look at, I'm locked onto the horns. That's what happened there. There's the cripple. Alright, so here again, this is where it gets a little dangerous, though, as your melee characters. He will oftentimes, like, kick. It depends on what you cripple first, I think. Yeah, look at that. He'll start knocking your characters back. Alright, so there's the stagger. And here I went after the horns. I don't think that was a good idea. I don't know that I really needed to do that. Oh, look at that. Boom. And Tifa got knocked unconscious during the stagger. Yeah, that's bad. I really did this pretty poorly. I honestly should have just stuck to the behemoth itself and not screwed around with the horns. Oh, look at that. And now Cloud's unconscious. Yeah, this was, man, I can't believe how sloppy this was. I kind of like watching these videos where I mean, obviously I was able to actually get this down, but man, it's just so sloppy. It's kind of wild. But yeah, anyways, I think that, I honestly, well, I suppose having Tifa drop there during the stagger was really bad. I should have been hitting him with the true strikes, right, to get that the damage percent up. And then I should have just hit the limit on the behemoth itself and not messed with the horns at all. So wish I would have done that a little bit better. But yeah. Anyways, there's Rampage. So here's the it looks like he's just like sort of like a scream. Pretty weak. Overcome. I think that's the. Oh God! Look at that. He's just pounding the ground over and over. I don't know if that's the bind, though. I don't know what the bind is called. Like, right, he stomps on somebody and just holds them down. That might actually have been overcome. There we go. Locked down to the body. Going in for the thrust. That is really dangerous, though, because every time I use focus thrust... Oh, yep, that is the bind. That's what I thought. Every time I use the focus thrust, there's a chance that where Tifa should be. I think she's probably got synergy with lightning, would be my guess. And so, doing that, then you can eat counter flare. Which is not good. There's cheat trap. Oh, maybe she doesn't have it on. I just noticed there. So I used focus thrust and I didn't see anybody cast. Maybe it's Barret. Barret might have synergy on actually instead. And I think I just swapped over to him. Man, yeah, this got really long. Yeah, look at this. The body's only missing what? 20% health, maybe. I think what I did here eventually was, my guess would be that I just blew limit breaks on the body itself. We'll see. There's the prey. Gotta be really careful with that. Barret does okay. He's got steel skin, so it's usually a good idea to pop a steel skin and then try to build up more ATB and then try prey after that. It's one of the I commented actually quite a few times in like my walkthrough about being interrupted and how I can't stand that aspect of combat. in probably most, well, not mostly, but a big portion of that is because I like to use Prey a lot, and Prey is 2 ATB segments, and if you get interrupted, you just lost 2 ATB segments. So it can be really devastating when that happens. So that's again, I don't know. I don't really understand why they decided to go that route. You know, I don't know. It is what it is, but I just find it really, really annoying. All right, so there's the cripple. That was a limit break from Tifa that you know, got him. Got him. I guess, yeah. I guess staggered or killed. I guess the upper body. Here he's. This is what I'm talking about. Whenever you you know. Uh-oh, don't do that. That would be stupid. Yeah, don't use that limit yet. Yeah. Yeah, whenever you knock him down like that, see, he's using his legs. And that's really freaking obnoxious. But anyways, I really just need to get his lower body down, and then look at that, he shakes his head back and forth too. So it's just really tough to get anything done here once you've got one, you know, portion down. Boom. Yeah, because he just starts slaughtering the melee characters. Here probably, you know what? Well, I don't know if I don't think I can cast yet though because its horns are still alive. There it goes. All right, so here's the limit. Oh, it made me. Oh, that was dumb too. So I just hit the horns again with that limit break, but I think what happened there was I wasn't actually able to. Yeah, I don't think I was able to actually hit the body quite yet. Oh, look at this, and he's recovering again. There's the cripple on the horns. Okay. Oh man, look at that. Okay, so it looks like the upper body revived at half health. So now that the horns are gone, I assume that's why, because the horns are gone. But man, yeah, this took way. This might be the longest I ever took to kill this behemoth. I think you know, I went through hard mode. You know, I may have had to. At one point, I lost some footage, and I wonder if it was during the. Yeah, I could have swore it was during the typo behemoth, and so I ended up fighting it twice on hard mode, and then coming through here and doing this, and this was the worst time. Like by far, this is the worst I ever did. I think. Yeah, I mean, for one thing, blowing the limit break from Tifa right away on the horns, you know, which just did nothing. So that was sloppy, and then, you know, the time that I had actually staggered him and Tifa died during the stagger was wild, right? So I don't know, it stinks, but yeah, I guess it's kind of again one of those deals where learn from my mistakes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of stinks, but that's how they go sometimes. Sometimes it's just really a sloppy slog, you know. Boink. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I probably should have just nailed him with the limit. Swipe. Here, I should be using focus. Yeah, like, so that's one other thing that I'm doing here wrong. I should be just unloading with the melee characters here. There's no worry about counter flare at this point. And you know, getting him staggered here. There we go. I'm finally starting to use some. I mean, those two have both had, you know, full ATB gauges for. I guess I don't know how long. It's been a while, so it was kind of silly not to do that. Good with the prey here. I think I've got like magic up on Barrett. There it goes. All right, so that's that. Man, that took so long. Yeah, no valid target because it's already dead. Wow, yeah, that was, man. Yeah, we're 20 minutes into this video already. Jesus. Well, that's how it goes. All right, so here is the bomb together with the Tonberry. It's probably, you know, a good idea just to take out the bomb immediately. you know, Tonberry, he'll just kind of walk around and try to chef's knife you when you get too close. But as long as you can keep some distance from him, it should be pretty easy to take down the bomb. You know, and also the bomb, I don't know, just doesn't really have much as far as interesting, you know, mechanics to it. I don't think yeah, wow, I didn't even get it down in one stagger though. That's sad. Oh, there's a chef's knife thingy. Yeah, he's chasing around Tifa. Got her again. Alright, was that it? Yeah, I think that was it. Alright, I think I went with the chi trap here. Oof, yeah, look at that. That's scary stuff. Oh. Got Cloud that time. Chi trap going again. I really like that skill. I think that might be Tifa's best skill. Man. Yeah, I was trying to you know, keep dodging around him just to try to knock it, you know, chef knife over and over. It doesn't really matter that much though, because I've got that instant death protection on Cloud. The worry is like if he starts going after Tifa. Yeah, and there Barrett, I think Barrett's got the ward, my other warding, and I think it's binding. I always forget which one has the instant death protection, but there's Scourge. You know, that'll just stop you. And then there's the stagger. I think I got him down right here. I think I just, you know, hit him with 2 Bravers. Oh, no I didn't. I went with Infinity's End. Alright. So here I should have been using, there's no reason to use Chi Trap right now. I should have been using True Strike. I should have probably hit him with that a couple of times to really bump up the damage of Infinity's End, but just didn't really do a good job with that. Here's Doom and Gloom. That can be pretty brutal. I think that one-shots you. But yeah, that's it. Not too bad. And so now it's Easy Street. The Marlboro is actually really easy. Dang it, I forgot to add. You know, when I started, I equipped enemy skill materia. The Marlboro has the last of the enemy skills that's available right now. There's only 4. And he's got bad breath, and you know, I think eventually here I get clipped, or I make sure that I get clipped by it. I think Cloud had my enemy skill materia on. Also, you know, probably a good idea to have an assess, you know, equipped so that you can, yeah, I guess assess this guy. But other than that, honestly, I thought Marlboro was just really easy. Bad breath is actually also really easy to avoid. You just have to kind of know the timing, I suppose. There it is, Master of Mimicry. But yeah, so you got to watch the timing, and then one of the things that you can do is just kind of like stay close to him, and then like move to the left and the right, and he's kind of tracking as he's casting it. But it'll stop moving once he's kind of like, oh, how to describe it? It's like he stops moving when he's about to unleash it, and at that point then you can dodge around to the side and just completely avoid it. So, you know, definitely get hit by it to actually learn the enemy skill, and then once you're done, you know, yeah, I guess do something else. Here's what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm not gonna there. Well, yeah, kind of had a good view there, and then Cloud got. That's awesome. Cloud got hit by it again. But yeah, I don't know if I'm able to get him down with this. Probably not with this stagger. Again, I should have done kind of the same thing there with True Strike. I should have been using that instead of, what was that, Star? I forget the name of that skill. Star Shower. So yeah, again, not that great of a job there, capitalizing on the stagger, but again, that's kind of how it goes. Did I assess this thing already, or did I just not do that? All right, so here's what I'm talking about. So you kind of just dodge back and forth. There he gets, he's kind of cemented in place there where he's actually going to cast it. And then you've got a couple of seconds there to get around the side of him. And man, boy, you really get to punish him too. He just kind of sits there for a while. Also he does do some poisoning attacks, but I didn't really find that there was much reason to do anything about that. You can honestly, you could probably just let yourself die and then use a revive and not even bother with like an Asuna or anything like that, or Poisona. Yeah, here I'm just letting my characters die. Tentacle whirl. Ooh, look at that. Fun. Alright, here's another bad breath. And I'm just gonna, I think I just man-moded this. It's like, whatever, I don't care. Let's get him out. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I got out to the side. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, we're almost done here. Boom. That's the smell. Okay. Alright. 3-person team versus Monster of Legend. And we got the refocus material. I've barely ever used that. I don't know if that's good, but I don't do it. Alright, so the next up is the 3-person team versus Top Secrets. The toughest battle for this that I mistakenly referred to earlier, I think, is the Bahamut battle, because Bahamut summons Ifrit at 50%, and so you're dealing with both at the same time, and it gets pretty nasty. Shiva can actually also be really obnoxious on hard mode. She eventually will start using, we'll see the ability because I can't remember what it's called, but it's like Frost, it's Frost something. Frost, I think it's Frost Familiars. And they'll start absorbing your spells, or I guess blocking your spells is probably more accurate. Here's Icicle Impact, that's just an AoE around her. Blizzara, you want to be defending and then roll away, or evade, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty easy to deal with that. What else does she have here? I mean, we'll see some more of the mechanics a little bit later, but obviously use a bunch of fire spells on her to get her pressured, and she will, collapse for a little while that's happening. There's the stagger already. Again, same deal here as I was saying earlier. I should have been using. Look at this, I'm not even using Tifa's abilities right now. It's just bad play. Probably could have gone with Infinity's End and swapped over to Tifa, and hit her with a couple of True Strikes. I probably could have got her in one stagger if I would have done that right. Here's the Frost Familiars. That's what I was talking about earlier here. So these things will start blocking your spells. Here's Diamond Dust. I think I just ate this. There wasn't really much I could do about it. So, a barrier of some sort. I guess not barrier. It'd be like mana ward or mana wall would have worked here to reduce some of this damage. But I only took 4K. That's not too bad. That's bad though. There's Icicle Impact again. Cloud is getting rocked. There's Blizzaga. This is the same deal here. I should be blocking that, and I didn't. And then that's why. And then there's Heavenly Strike. Heavenly Strike, you really just want to keep running. And here's That's kind of nasty too. Heavenly Strike will basically it summons kind of like an ice cube over the top of your head, and you have to keep moving. I think she'll do. I think it's 3 of them in a row. It might be 4. And yeah, you just want to make sure to not get hit by those, because man, that was like what, 4K each time. so not good. And then obviously, so basically here when she's got the Frost Familiars up, you just don't even bother trying to pressure her, right? You just have to wait until they're gone, because you can knock them away if you cast on her like 4 times, but she just puts them back up, you know, eventually anyway. So you really just want to wait until they're down. They'll kind of dissipate on their own. I don't know exactly when she does it, but man, I'm getting pulverized. Shiva was actually, it's kind of funny there. She ended up being the not the most difficult, but the second most difficult fight. Yeah, look at that. I'm getting worked over. I'm honestly surprised. Now I'm wondering if I actually even did this. I mean, this is so sloppy. Jeez. Well, we'll find out. Back. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I pulled this off, but oh, there's Heavenly. 1, 2. That was at least 3. Yeah, this is wild. I mean, using up this much mana at the beginning of the challenge is not good, right? On the first fight, that's not a good start. All right, so here's Diamond Dust again too. Yeah, this is yeah, we'll see about this. Oh, did I get that off in time? It looks like I did. That's risky too. A lot of times, you know, right before these summons are about to do an ultimate, if you try to get a skill off in time, a lot of times it just doesn't work, and you'll waste all of your AP or your ATB and not get anything for it. Look at this, just really bad play too. Oh, there's the Heavenly. Ooh, okay, well I avoided that. At least that, yeah. Sloppy. I'm gonna see if I actually even did this right. Wow, yeah, I actually did do this. I honestly, I can't believe I did it so badly though. It's kind of incredible just watching, like, yeah, how long this took. I should have probably had her down in that first stagger. That would have, yeah, I just didn't do it right, you know. But all right, here's the limit. Look at that, just didn't do anything really. That's incredible. Wow, that is. I mean, that limit break wasn't even worth using. No escape. Wow. Yep. So yeah, the Frost Familiars are out, and yeah, there's just, it doesn't seem like there's any reason to bother. I'm not sure what that ability is too, where she just pelts you with you know, icicles just back to back. There's Heavenly. Oh, weird. Oh, yeah, that was weird. It looked like she just summoned the one, and it just stood, or just, you know, stayed there. Yeah, this ability right here. So it must be after, it looks like it's after Icicle Impact. And it, my guess here is that you really should just block, you know, and stay blocked. Alright, got her knocked down. And yeah, I think eventually I learned, oh, okay, yeah, I need to cast on her at, you know, certain times. When, you know, specifically when the Frost Familiars are gone. There's a Whiteout. There's a Blizzaga. Here's what I should be defending. Oh, yep, look at that, see? And then because I didn't defend, I got hit by the second part of it too. Yeah, she's healing too. Every time she uses, it must be Blizzaga, she actually heals. Yeah, there's the ability too. So she just keeps you know, hitting you with icicles like back to back. It's brutal. There's Frost Familiars are back out. Whiteout. Yeah, Whiteout. I don't know what Whiteout, or I don't know how Whiteout works. She sends like three different like lines of ice out. Here's Heavenly again. Oh, Cloud got obliterated. Wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna live through that. All right, right here. So she doesn't have any Frost Familiars out right now. So this is the point where I should be hitting her with spells. There we go. I got avoided it that time. There's some more. There's those icicles. Now she's got the Familiars back. You can see them floating around her. Looks like I'm focusing on defense, which is not too bad. Alright, so here's Blizzaga. Again, this will be should be defending right now. Yep, and I didn't. So I, boom, take all the damage. Like a doofus. Ooh, that's a good chakra. There's Diamond Dust again. Yeesh. Well, Cloud I think has... Oh. Did I... What happened to his ATB segment there? Weird. Well, Cloud... It looked like Cloud had Barrier. Which means I, you know, would also have Mana Ward. Which I should have used. But I guess I just went... Yeah, I just ate it. Yeah, look at this. So she's actually gaining health because she keeps casting so many ice spells, and I haven't really done anything to her. There's the fire. Boom. There's the stagger. Finally, good guard. Oh Jesus. All right, so here's where you just want to hit all your limits, and I think I doubled up on Cloud and Tifa. Boom. Jesus, what a slog. Yeah, boy, that's what happens, you know. You don't get her down in that first stagger, it gets brutal quick. But also, again, I wasn't paying enough attention to when she didn't have Frost Familiars up. Because the key to honestly to taking her down is keep casting fire spells on her. But anyways, all right. So here's Fat Chocobo. Fat Chocobo was easy. Fat Chocobo was really, really easy. Probably the only dangerous thing about Fat Chocobo is really the Tonberries. Every once in a while, the little Moogle thing will, yeah. See, he does Fingers Crossed Kupo, which then adds an enemy. This time it looks like it's some bombs. I've got him almost staggered already. That's funny. Roly Poly is brutal though too. You really want to be defending. See, he just we'll just keep rolling at you. Boom is just an AOE. I think Work is brutal too, because it's crazy fast. It's like a Roly Poly except really, really fast. Also, during the Fat Chocobo fight, there's actually, he can summon 3 enemies. He can summon the bombs, he can summon a Tonberry guy, and then he can summon a Cactar. And if you want to get all of the enemy intel, you actually have to assess all of them, which is, you know, pretty obnoxious. Boom. Here again, I should be using True Strike and controlling Tifa to bump up that stagger percent. Fat Chocobo was probably the best to use that on because he stays staggered so long. You know, so I really should have been doing that. It's kind of funny too, just watching him do these battles afterwards and just being like, wow, dude, what a bozo. Man, even, you know, though, to be fair, I got him pretty low, considering I didn't really do that well at all. Alright, so I'm not sure what that thing... it did summon a Tonberry. So, again, you know, the Tonberries are they can be brutal. If you're not paying attention, you can get wiped out by these guys. So you just gotta be really paying attention. They do go down really, really quickly, though, so at least there's that. Alright, what was this? Was that work or whatever? I think so. Yeah, because he just goes zooming all over the place. Or is it Kui? Well, yeah, he does one. I don't remember what the single Kui is.
Get ready.
Well, I'm staggered again already though. Yeah, I think this is it for Fat Chocobo. I should say the next. Okay, so next, actually no. Oh, next is Leviathan. I think what I did was I did Elemental and Lightning on Barret for Leviathan just to deal more. I think it's that anyway. I think we'll see. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. I'm questioning whether that was the best route to go for this setup here. Again, the biggest problem is the next battle. It's the Bahamut Ifrit together, and I don't know. It may have been a better idea actually to do Elemental and Fire together on my armor just to absorb the fire damage from Ifrit. But yeah, I don't know. I went Elemental and Lightning on the weapons for probably Barret and my guess is Cloud as well. And that's great for Leviathan, and it's actually also really good for the last battle as well, but I just don't know if that was the best way to do it. Though, it's not saying weakness here. That's making me question if I've actually got Lightning on Barret's weapon, with an Elemental. I'm really questioning whether that was the way I set up then. We'll see here. We'll see. Boom. Leviathan, nothing new from, the hard mode Leviathan, if you've already done that. Actually, is Leviathan only available in hard mode? I can't remember now. Jeez, yeah, I'm rusty. I'll try to go over the abilities though here. So Briny Barrage, he does two different versions of it. One, a bunch of the balls will come from it looks like that was the right side and then the left side, and then the other one, he'll just launch them all at once. You just want to block. Tidal Wave here, I can't remember what this is. We'll have to take a look. Boom, boom, boom. Is Tidal Wave isn't his ultimate, is it? Oh yeah, I think that is his ultimate, isn't it? That's nasty. Alright, here's Brainy Barrage again. That's all of them that he sent out at once. Briny Bellow is just like a laser that he... yeah, you just want to block that. Same again, here's Briny Barrage. That's all of them at the same time again. That was pretty weak. Briny Bellow. Yep, there's the laser again. What am I doing here? Chi Trap, really? I don't know. That seems questionable. Alright, here's another Bellow. Get lasered. Yeah, just keeping myself healthy here, just spamming Prey whenever I've got the ATB to do it. I've almost got him staggered already. You're spinning dive, so you want to block that. If you just did I block that? I did block that. Wow. Okay. He uses it twice, back to back. Unless you take one just like on the chin. Without blocking. I think if you're not blocking, you only use it once. I think anyway, if I'm remembering correctly. Aquatic Focus. I don't even know what this does. I have no idea. But I did get him staggered right here, which is, obviously I should switch to Cloud. Get into Jesus. Not Operator mode. What's the other one? Punisher mode. Man, I'm getting tired. I should probably finish this video tomorrow. But yeah, Punisher mode and just obviously punish him. Also, should have used True Strike there with Tifa. Tidal Roar is weird. He does like these 3 monsoon type things, and they kind of pull you in towards them, and they'll just, they'll do damage. And then this is the annoying phase where he's, flying around in the air, and it's really obnoxious, and you really just want to be, obviously controlling Barrett and shooting him. I'm really surprised here. I thought I had lightning elemental on his weapon, but now I'm questioning that. All right, so looks like I'm shooting the head. Nope, now he's immune there. Oh, and he's staggered again. Okay. Yep, so same deal. Missed opportunity here where Tifa is not using True Strike. I think part of it was just I never really got into doing that, and I should have. And here I should have hit Barrett's limit break too. Not really sure why I didn't do that either. Yeah, here cheat trap is not a good ability to be using here. And then I just uppercut him like twice. That was not a good. That was not a good stagger. Oh, and I didn't get the block off on time. Man, that does a lot of damage when you, that specific one, because he hits, I don't know, what is that, 6 different times? That's the worst when you're not, you don't have, or you haven't blocked, right? Because then you just take them all back to back, and there's no way to, defend in between. Here's the ultimate again. Boom, yeah, that hit really hard. Mana Wall, would have been okay here. Bellow. Pray. Get that back on. I don't know, but so I don't know if these battles you can only summon one time for all of the battles, but it looks like that's what I did. I think I was at least worried that you could only summon, during one of the battles, and so I wanted to save it for Bahamut. So I guess keep that in mind as well. My guess that must have been what happened. That does seem really weird, though, that you can only summon the one time. There, I didn't catch the name of that ability, but he, you can see a little indicator below you, and then he kind of pops out, and I don't know, I just didn't even worry about it. And then there he's doing his weird spin thing, which again I didn't really care about. I just block. He'll do it at least twice in a row. Man, yeah, this just ends up being a slog. All right, here's spinning dive. He'll do this twice. Did I just not block for that one? Oh, what a bozo. Alright. Brainy Barrage again. Boom, 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 boom. There's the laser. It didn't block that either. Jeez. It really is funny just watching this. Like, wow, what a bozo. How do I get anything done? Tidal Wave. Alright, yeah, so here's the ultimate, and looks like I'm gonna mana ward this one. Yeah, looks like I got that off in time too, so that's good. Trying to use any sort of abilities at this point, it's way too late. So yeah, I didn't make that mistake. I made sure to not blow that ATB, or yeah, my 2 ATB segments right there, and I just waited until after it was done. Right, there's the barrage. Bellow. Ooh, I got that block off in time. I'm surprised.
Here it comes.
The cheat trap. Okay. Here's the barrage. Boom. Well, he's got just a sliver left. Oh, miss me. Alright, we're almost done. And then we're on to the fun battle. And by fun, I mean horrible battle. Oh, we staggered right there. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
You're good at this.
All right, this is it. This is the one. This is the brutal battle. If you fail on this, you know it'll probably be this one. So flare breath, that'll silence you if you're not blocking or if you're not immune to it. I think I may have set myself up so that I was immune. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Honestly, I think it's probably just best to control Barret. Chi traps are completely pointless here. This guy moves around way too much to make those, worthwhile. Steel Skin, Barrier, or I should say Mana Ward is probably the ability that you want to use here. Bahamut uses a lot of physical, but he also uses a lot of magical type abilities. Also, I think that it's probably a good idea to use those rune armlets, to bump up your magic defense for Mega Flare. I think we'll see how many I ate here, but this battle was brutal. So here he's counting down already. Umbral Aura. I can't remember what Umbral Aura is. Oh, the Umbral Aura is just the damage over time around him. Umbral Strikes. I really don't know what to do about those. I don't know if you can dodge those or not, but they're magic damage, I believe, and they're just brutal. They knock you back and send you flying. And then here's his stupid barrel roll thing here that he does twice, and then he does the flare breath after. And then Umbral Inferno there is like, lasers, laser. Umbral Strikes, I think this is the magic attack that just sends you flying. So when he actually is counting down, right, when he's got like the 4 or the 3 or whatever up in his head, you generally want to swap over to Cloud at that point and try to get in some licks, and then but don't stay on him too long if you're worried about it, and then you want to go back to Barret. But yeah, you can get in a lot of here. I really got him pounded down there pretty well during that time. So all right, back to Umbral Strikes. There's thump. Yeah, and I think I should get the barrier back up here with Cloud. I don't know. It looks like I didn't actually do that. That's kind of weird. Oh, I went for a chakra there. Claw Swipe is a lot like Cloud's. I forget what the name of that ability is. I never use it, but Umbral Inferno again. There's the lasers. Umbral Strikes again. This is gonna be oof. Man, that's brutal. Alright, there's a good time to use a chakra. Alright, so here's where he's counting down again, and this is again where you want to get a bunch of damage in on him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe a chi trap would work right there, but you gotta use it like right when he starts counting down, otherwise he's just gonna, you're gonna waste it. Yeah, I don't know. It may not be a good ability to be actually using that. Umbral Frenzy, I think, is 8 strikes, 8 physical strikes. As long as you get or defend beforehand, you should be fine. But man, it can be. Well, yeah, if you don't, it can suck. There's the barrel roll. He didn't do his follow-ups because I think he just hit me and I wasn't defending. If you defend, he'll barrel roll twice and then he'll use his breath attack. But if he just hits you with it, it looks like he's like, okay, well, I guess we're done. There's the prey. I don't know where he went. Oh, Dive Bomb. Dive Bomb is just brutal. Same kind of deal there. You really want to have like a shield up. I don't know if there's a, I don't know if it's possible to avoid that. I kind of feel like it probably isn't. It seemed like he kind of tracked, but maybe not. Maybe, you know, maybe if you start moving early enough, maybe he just dive bombs like a certain spot and you're good to go. But I just defend. I don't want to really risk getting, you know, getting caught. All right, so here he's counting down again. You know, trying to get some decent damage in here. I'm almost at 50%. I'm a little bit worried about that. And also, it's probably good to hold off on your limit breaks. I don't know if if you've possibly got them already, but you really probably want to hold off on those until at least he's down to 50% and what's his name, and Ifrit's out, because once Ifrit's out, that's when you really got to take him down fast, because Bahamut is just, like, dealing with those two together is so brutal. Ifrit will like charge, which knocks you back and will cancel your abilities, and you know, so that's kind of a problem. But all right, here's dive bomb, so we're just getting defending there. I mean, that's not bad. 1,600. All right, here he's counting down again, and so you know, really want to start pounding him here pretty hard. Also, at this point, really, like right now is where I should be casting, yeah, Mana Wall, because I want to make sure that this hits before I actually take the damage, or what, you know, before he uses Mega Flare. And here I should be using Prey, right, to get everybody kind of healthier. Cloud summoning, what's his name? Carbuncle, wow. May have been an okay idea here as well. Just in case, right? Like, definitely if you think that you're going to get wiped out by Mega Flare, you really want to have Carbuncle. Alright, so here he is. So now, you know, now that he's down below 50%, he summons Ifrit, and Ifrit's just gonna zip around the place, annoying you and charging and being a jerk. So you know, that can be a bit of a problem. There's charge right there. Again, it knocks you back. So that's another one of those abilities that you just have to be, you know, ready for, because if you're not, well, you can get screwed, basically. You know, oh, here comes Mega Flare. And now, I mean, look at this. This is not a good place to be. Everybody's like super low on health, and he's about to use Mega Flare. This was not a good idea, and I should have summoned Carbuncle right there, because I think this ends up. Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. Everybody down to 1. And with Ifrit zipping around, that's a really bad spot to be in. Boom, boom. Yep. Barret just got rocked. The other two characters are down to 1 health. Cloud is the only one with an ATB segment. Okay, so to be fair, at least now I can bring Carbuncle out. But yeah, that was, I mean, you can see here, not a good spot to be in. Let's see, how are we doing here? Claw swipe. Claw swipe right to the face. Crimson Dive. That may have, if I would have had Elemental with fire, that may have healed. Right, I may have absorbed that health. I'm not sure though. Yeah, Radiant Plume too, probably. Again, I don't know if that's actually considered fire damage, but it probably would have been a better idea to set up that way, right? With a fire attached to my elemental probably on Cloud and Barret. Alright, so here's Diamond Dazzle. Again, this is a little cheap, right? Because now Tifa and Barret are going to be, you know, they're going to get back up here. But, yeah, I don't know. I always feel like that Carbuncle's a little cheesy to use, but I don't care. I don't know why I'm bothering with Ifrit here. I don't know why I'm bothering, you know, beating him up, but whatevs. Here comes Umbral Strikes. Boom! Tifa down. Everybody's got their limit, though. I probably should have just used the limit on Bahamut, and I think that probably would have staggered him, and then hit him with the other two characters. But I think here I was just trying to like see if I could kind of recover this, but that was not a good way to go about it. I should have just blew the limits and, you know, took him down, because yeah, so like right here when he's counting down, that's the perfect time I think to take him down. Yeah, and there's the fire breath. I don't know. I you know, I really think that I should have probably gone with the elemental on the armor and fire, just to actually be getting healed during Bahamut. I just think that the other battles are just so much easier, and like if you're gonna fail on these, you know, this set of battles, it's gonna be here. So yeah, I really wish I would have done that actually. Now that I'm kind of like, you know, looking at this, I suppose that's also assuming that we could actually absorb that health from Ifrit. If not, yeah, you know, maybe not. But that's my. I'm going out on a limb here and going to assume that those are fire-based abilities. Oh, and there's the fail. So there I went for the prey, and yeah, I just, you know, wasted the 2 ATB, didn't get the prey off. So that was just, you know, that was terrible. But again, that's kind of how it goes when you're not good. And I am not good. Look at that, he's almost there. He's almost staggered. Oh, here comes the dive bomb. I think Barrett's gonna get wiped. Yep, right there. Boom. There's the stagger, and of course somebody's down. Okay, so we get Barrett up. That's actually smart, right? To get him up first, and then I should be using limits though right now. I'm wasting precious time here. Yep, hit him with the Dolphin Fury as well. Did I go all three? I did. Alright. I really wanted to make sure I got him down. Oh, Ifrit's down. Okay, there you go. Yeah, layered those limit breaks. I probably could have popped one of those, though, to get him staggered earlier and then finish him off with the other two. So here is the Pride and Joy prototype, I believe this is. Yeah, Pride and Joy prototype. He's really easy. You really just want to get away from this beam cannon. That's the only, I think, ability that's all that dangerous. And then get behind him. You can see here I've got, you know, he's got well, the weakness is flashing up. That's because I do have the lightning attached to Cloud's sword. But again, I honestly don't think I needed to do that, and I think that probably setting up for the Bahamut fight would have been smarter. This guy's just so easy. Like I was pleasantly surprised at how easy he was. Ugh, brute force. Okay, well, I say that and then I'm just getting, you know, flattened. But yeah, anyways, get behind him and go to town. Let's see here. Get time to assess. I think I must have assessed Ifrit as well in that battle, and my guess is I missed it, or I wasn't paying attention. But there he's knocked down already. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy how easy this is when you are in comparison to like the the Bahamut fight. You can stagger his legs or take out his legs. It looks like I got stunned there. Take out his legs and he'll drop down. What was that? I didn't even see what that was. So it said he resisted something. Oh, so somebody slept. And then also here's the catch, it looks like. So my guess is if I would have had parry on, I could have probably got out of that, but I didn't. And so now Cloud is yeah, Cloud's getting wrecked. I think your characters can die in his hand too if you don't knock him out of there fast enough. And I think that probably is what happens to Cloud. Jesus, yeah, he's really oh, chakra. Well, that's a weird choice. I should have done a prayer. Yep, Cloud's still stuck. All right, there's the stagger. Did Cloud get released? Yeah, he did. Okay, so stagger him makes it so that he gets released. Here again, should be using True Strike. It's silly that I'm not, and I don't. Yeah, why am I using Star Shower? That's dumb. Right, wow, well, didn't get much done there. Didn't get much done because I, didn't use True Strike. Brute Force, that must be the... Look at that. Just splattered Tifa there. He's got the little knee flamethrower too. That's cute. Chi trap, It's not. Yeah, look at that. He just ran right away from it. Yeah, probably not really a good skill to be using. Probably could be using a lot more spells too. I mean, my mana here is amazing. So there's no reason not to use that. Zerp. There we go. Yeah, I should be casting more here. Boom. Oh, and look at that. Tifa must have so her synergy is set up with fire. That's not that great either. They should have had synergy with lightning. But I don't know, whatever. To be honest, this battle's so easy that it probably doesn't really matter that much. So it really is better to just set up, really optimally for some of those other fights. Yeah, those chi traps are just not doing anything. Oh, boom. Oh, wow. Catch! Yeah, so that, again, that should have been a parry. Should have had a parry on somebody. I think I probably would have been able to get out of that. There's a good chi trap. Oh, maybe not. Boom! Mode. Yep, again, should be using True Strike here to bump that damage percentage up, but yeah, didn't do it. Wasn't doing good. I'm trying to watch for more mechanics here, but I don't know. This just doesn't really seem like he's doing much. What was that? He had some sort of weird hand laser thing going on. It just didn't really seem like it was doing that much damage, though. There's catch again.
I got this.
Yep. Yeah, I should be casting too. I should be using lightning a lot more. Oh, look at that. She doesn't have it. Okay, well that's a problem, yeah. I guess the fire makes sense for Shiva, but really needed a lightning though. And for like a lot of reasons, Pride and Joy, Leviathan. Getting there. Oh, Barrett's poisoned. What? I didn't... Oh, look at that. Yeah, Cloud got wrecked. how slow this thing is. He's just like lumbering around like a doofus as I pump lead into him. Oh, Tifa's almost got her limit. I don't know if she's gonna make it though. Looks like I might take him down before that. Boom. Oh, yeah, she got her limit. Hit him with it. Oh, alright, there it is. Ultimate weapon. So that gets us the... what's the name of that? Goddard something? Let me see here. Goddard Damarung. So that's the accessory that keeps your... or fills up your limit gauge right at the beginning of battle and throughout. It's really good.
You've managed to fully tap into the potential once locked within you. Now that my research is at long last complete, I believe that it's time I told you the truth about myself. I'm not human. I'm a cyborg created to serve as Hojo's assistant. I was given knowledge and power beyond that of a human, but I was robbed of free will, bound to obey the whims of my master. But when we met, Cloud, I sensed something within you. Something I knew would allow me to break free of my chains. By identifying and studying a subject with infinite potential such as yourself, I could adhere to the directives imposed upon me, all the while pursuing my plans for independence in secret. Your combat data provided me with the vital information that I required to enhance my basic functionality. This is the result. Through my research and with your assistance, I have freed myself from Hojo's bondage.
Cool.
I cannot thank you enough for your help. You've given me the power to finally live life on my own terms.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'm not sure. It's all a big, wonderful mystery. It's nice, not knowing something for a change.
Oh, that's interesting. So that mirrors Aerith at the end of the game, where now Aerith doesn't know what's going to happen, right? Because we've defeated the Whispers. So that's actually really cool. I never really made that connection the first time I watched that. But all right, anyways, we're going to keep knocking out these hard modes. Not sure what I've got next. I think I ended up equipping the Goddard Damarung here. So there it is. Enter battle with a full limit break gauge. Limit break gauge gradually fills during battle. That thing is just sick. I really like that. Great for hard mode.
Cloud, we've added a new individual's data to the combat simulator. I can't divulge any details, but I can say its existence is both highly classified and extremely dangerous. To be completely honest, I had some misgivings about implementing it. Even now, I'm still not entirely sure I made the right decision. However, I do believe that engaging it in combat will yield vital information. And who better to extract that information than you, Cloud? If you're willing to try, I'd appreciate the help.
They shall be slashed, strangled, and slaughtered. Beaten, stabbed, and crushed. Garroted and impaled. Shot and executed without mercy. Now, let the hunt begin!
Okay, so this is Weiss. The key to Weiss is the parry materia and correctly parrying his abilities. Here's Evisceration. Evisceration is a one that you need to parry backwards, like so away from him. And one of the things that I learned that makes this a lot easier is to just don't wait right until he gets to you. Just, be dodging backwards. Again, then you don't have to worry about the timing so much. There I kind of messed up. I got hit by it, but it still kind of counted as it working. And then he becomes pressured after successful parries. There was stab. I messed that up. We'll see here in a minute. There'll be another time there where I actually do that correctly. But with stab, you do want to wait until right as he gets by you, and then you'll actually parry over his head. Crosswire cleave is the third ability, and you want to dodge to the side. Crosswire is really, really easy to dodge to. I think that's the one that I think is the easiest. Here comes stab. So there you have it. You wait right until he's up next to you, and you parry over his head. And then he does also, some melee attacks in this form as well. Here's Crosswire again. We'll just, get him. And also, I should say, so when he misses, or when you're able to parry one of his abilities there, he'll become pressured. At which point, then you can just punish him. I accidentally got hit by Eviscerate there. And he follows it up with like Obliterate, I think it's called, and that's brutal. So again, that's you really don't want to get hit by Eviscerate. I think, and it's unfortunate too, because Eviscerate seems to me the hardest to correctly parry. But if you're staying calm, it's not so bad. Here's another Crosswire. Also, don't stick around too long and try to punish him too much, because wow, I can't believe I did that correctly. Yeah, I thought I was going to get hit by that one, but all right, there's Eviscerate again. Again, just parrying backwards. There, I kind of did the same thing there, where I tried to punish him too much, and kind of got caught. Here, I didn't even go for the punish because I needed to heal. That was another bad one. Right, I think I dodged to the side instead of backwards, and so he kind of clipped me with it. I went for the punish again, probably a little bit too long. The Crosswire, and there he's staggered. At this point, here I hit him with True Strike, I think twice, to get his percentage up. Yeah, look at that, boom, 190, 220. Then I build a little bit and went right for the Dolphin Blow right here, or Dolphin Flurry. So this'll deal a pretty decent amount of damage. There I swap over to Cloud as well, just to build some ATB and hit him with Braver a couple of times there. So at this point he'll phase shift, and he'll phase shift into this like kind of gun form. The gun form is really obnoxious. I really hate this form, but he'll use Mutilation there. Mutilation will grab you, and then he'll just do a ton of damage. Azure Assault, I think, is kind of the same thing. He'll kind of run you down, and then like flatten you, and then hit you with a follow up if you don't parry correctly. So kind of the same deal. It's a lot easier to avoid those abilities with Tifa too. It's just because she's so fast. Here's Debilitation too. So he kind of sends out these orbs that kind of hang around on the ground, and if you step in those, I think it's slow and silence. I should also say, I don't know if I mentioned this before. I wish I would have, but Weiss is only available if you've beat. What is the name of that? Oh my god, Intermission. Jeez. Here's Behemoth Beam. You just want to defend against that. This is here's Ballistic Black Hole. This is one of the more annoying of his abilities. He sends out what's basically, it's like a chi trap, except it moves around, and so it'll pull you in towards it and deal damage to you. And so it's really obnoxious. I hate that ability, but and then honestly, you really just want to keep moving and stay away from it. You just don't want to get caught in it, because if you're fighting too close to it, it's easier for you to get hit by, like Mutilation and Azure Assault. So, again, kind of the same deal here. You really just want stay away from him here. I kind of let him get a little bit close to me there, and then I just parry, and dodge kind of away from him. It's funny how fast Tifa is. She's so good for this fight. So here, obviously I did throw an arcane ward down. And that's really one of the things that you want to do for this fight is have an arcane ward and then kind of move your characters to it and double cast from it. That way you can, get him or get some, decent damage on him. The other great thing about the third tier Thunder spell, I don't know if it works with the lower tier, right? If you just use Thunder, but the third tier spells will actually interrupt him as well, and that can be really nice. Here's Immaculate End. This is just brutal. I don't know if you can use like Mana Ward or what's the better one? I think it's Mana Wall. The one that does physical and magical resistance, or halves the physical and magical damage. I don't know if that will. I don't know if that's enough, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if you can reduce the damage enough for that to be, helpful. Reprieve on your weapons is very important. You can use the, what is the other, is it the Revival Earrings, I think? To kind of do the same thing. But here's the thing. For the first time, that's fine, right? You can just, rely on Reprieve. The second time, when he's about to use Immaculate End, or if he gets to that point, I planned on just using Carbuncle. Now, I'm not sure if he actually casts Immaculate End one more time, but that's why I'm saving my summon right now. We'll see how this plays out, and if he actually does do that. But that Behemoth Beam actually clipped Cloud twice, unfortunately, but he had enough health to kind of deal with that. So here again, this is kind of just I'm just kind of delaying until I can get back into the arcane ward here to double cast. Here's Ballistic Black Hole again. Dodged a couple of times into the arcane ward. Also, I should say I've got the synergy materia on Aerith, I believe this time. So double casting from Tifa or Cloud means that she will, I believe, double cast as well, which can help we get that stagger bar built up a little bit more. Healing though can still be a bit of a problem here. I think I went for the I wanted to charge her ATB bar a little bit more so I could use a prayer, I think. Here's Extermination. He was using that on Tifa, and so that was the point where I was like, okay, I need to hit him with a limit. Hitting him with a limit brings his stagger bar up to about 80, or it brings it up about 80%. So I'm just on the edge there. So what I wanted to do here was to get him staggered and then hit him with Cloud's limit. This phase, and I should be very specific here, this phase you do not want him to be in for very long. This is the phase that you want to at least have, honestly, you want to have 2 limits, I think, for this phase. And I'm just doing the same thing that I did earlier there, hitting him with a couple of true strikes, and then, blowing Cloud's limit break. I don't know if I finished him off here. It doesn't look like it, but I got really freaking close. So here he phase shifts back into, I believe, his first form, which is fine. This is the form, honestly, that I really want him in. And again, I can't stress how important it is to get him out of that third phase fast, because you don't want him healing, and that's what he does with that phase. He's constantly healing. So again, very important to get him out of there. Here again, yeah, I am expecting him to go into whatchamacallit here, using Immaculate End again. And so I think I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna bring Carbuncle out just in case. I actually don't think that this was smart. It would have been smarter to hold on to Carbuncle and make sure that Cloud had 1 ATB, just for when he starts using Immaculate End, because you want to have, you have to have Carbuncle out if you want to survive a second casting of Immaculate End. Now, I don't think he actually I don't think he actually did it. But, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I'm able to take him down before he casts a second time here. So we'll just see. But, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, here's Diamond Dazzle. So again, now, he hasn't used Immaculate End for that second time. So this was a really not a great way to do this. Which leads me to believe that he did not use Immaculate End twice. Because now there's no way for me to survive it. Again, and that's also though assuming that barrier doesn't do anything for you, which I don't know that it does. I certainly didn't. I didn't use it. So yeah. So I don't know if that means that it doesn't do anything for us or not. But here he's so low that I think I just started hammering him with spells, and I didn't even worry about. Casting from the Arcane Ward.
Good to know. Either way, see you in deep ground.
Okay, so I assume that means that we're going to be fighting this guy again in one of the next installments. But all right, anyways, that is it for this one. We get the reward there, which is 2 more Goddardamarangs. So that means we can have 3 Goddardamarangs now, and that's a great way to go through hard mode for sure. But anyways, that is all the time I've got for this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.